And when the man is there, give the man his complete attention and love.
Why do couples not disclose some things to one another about their desires?
For some time now, your mommy does not allow me to have sex with her. Is it good?
She's saying that the mother's best friend is a very strong threat to her marriage and has the potential of taking the dad away. Now here's a story about a young lady who's a medical doctor and works in one of these government hospitals, and they embarked on a trip outside town, or where her location where she lives with her parents. They had a medical conference somewhere outside the town where she resides, in a particular hotel precisely. So after the conference, while she was stepping out of the conference with her friend, who was also in the medical profession, she saw her dad, who was supposed to be in another town, another location where they lived, and he was also in that same hotel with the mother's closest friend, who is a divorcee, all right? Or she's divorced, basically. So here they are, stepping out of a hotel room, exchanging all, playing around, and all normal romance where you see people who are very fond of each other. And they did that and went into their car and drove off. She wanted to confront the dad, but her friend stopped her and said, no, let your dad be. Don't embarrass him openly here. He's your father. So she stayed back. Now, she's writing to us on two different grounds. One, she's unhappy that her dad is cheating on her mother, and she needs help on how to solve that problem. And two, her major concern now is that this friend of her mother's, who's divorced, has a very, very strong chance of unseating the mother in this marriage. In other words, she has a strong tendency of snatching the dad from the mother. Now, she didn't give us more insight into what she meant by having a strong chance of taking the dad from the mother, and she doesn't want that to happen. Now she's asking, what does she do? Does she disclose this to her mother and let the mom know, okay, this is what she found out, and she should pick up a fight with her best friend? Or does she just talk to her dad quietly, hoping that he's the dad that is approachable, that could be reasoned with? Or does she go ahead and fight the mother's best friend, who turned out to be a traitor to her closest friend? So she wants to know what you think is the best option in this situation. Please let us know what you think in the comment section, and how you think she can solve this problem very quickly and with the littlest damage. All right, so I'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Share with Noble, and my name is Valentine Agogo, and I'm here on set today with Comrade Augustine Omilo. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
And Mrs. Victoria Chukura. You're welcome, ma.
Thank you.
All right. So we heard the opening story about this doctor lady and what she found out concerning her dad's extramarital affair. Let me start with you, Victoria Chukura. What do you think she should do in this situation?
Thank you very much. The story about what she should do, I'm thinking that I'm of the opinion that she should speak with the father first, find out if the father will be forthcoming on letting her know maybe the nature, the kind of relationship they have. You know, sometimes they'll say, it's not serious, she's just my friend.
Okay. Okay.
So if the father will be good enough, open enough to tell her the kind of relationship
he has with the lady,
so that at least her mind will be at peace.
That her mother's
place is still
secure.
safe and secure. So that's it for now. Yes, I think she should talk to the father.
Talk to the dad. Okay, comrade, what do you think she should do in this situation? I like that your laughter. It says a lot already. Before you even said anything, there's already a lot already said. So what do you think she should do?
No, this young lady is a medical doctor.
Yes.
She's of age. You know, sometimes, you know, there are some of these forces in nature that actually lead to something that we may not understand, except to look deeper. So if care is not taken, she may be experiencing what even her mother is experiencing now later in life. And therefore, there's something important. In fact, it is important for her in the course of investigation,
Yes.
also try to severe herself from the possible consequences of experiencing the same thing the mother is experiencing now. Now, but having said that, yes, like my sister just said, she should approach her father. If you tell your father, Daddy, don't be angry, you get where I catch you. Daddy, you say, where? You now explain, you know, not with the intention of maybe like you want to deal with your father.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay. Not confrontational.
not confrontational. Now, this is where we saw, and this is what happened. Daddy, why? You know, your daddy may be open enough, like she said, to tell you why he was involved in that kind of mocking game. And if your findings show that your mother has a responsibility or has an input into that act, then you now begin to now work on yourself so that you too will not inherit something that you don't like. Because going to her father now means that you don't even like. In fact, her complaint now shows that she doesn't even like the way her father was acting or behaving to her mother. So, yes, so she has to now do something that will not make her to incur that kind of transfer of irresponsibility from her parents. If she has told the father and the father says, yes, this was what happened. True, I went out with that lady. You know why? Because for some time now, your mommy does not allow me to have sex with her. Is it good? You're a doctor. You know, your father is asking you that now. And besides that, you have seen, even most of the time, if I'm going out now, have you ever seen your mother serving food to me? And apart from that, you know, this house, if the house is not swept by you, have you ever seen your mother sweeping this house? Are we maids? You know, if your father is talking like that, and I say, but that is not enough now. Do you compare? We didn't know now. At least I can talk to my mother. Go and talk to her. If care is not taken, I'm going to marry this woman. Now, it now behoves on her, now that's the doctor now, to go to the mother on a good day. Not to tell her that you saw your father with one lady. Mommy, see, let me tell you, in this house as a day, I'm grown. I know that you are not trying like that. Mommy say, what do you mean by that? For example, now, you know, you try to find a way of telling her what the message you got from your father.
For her to up again.
For her to be up and doing. Now, having done that, that should be where you are going to end the matter. The only thing you can do again is to follow up on your father, whether he is experiencing a different character from your mother now, and therefore also changing from going outside now to look for succor where he cannot find one at home. So if you have done that, that is where.
Okay, thank you very much. But very quick one, Victoria Chukura. Now, she's saying that the mother's best friend is a very strong threat to her marriage and has the potential of taking the dad away. What advice would you give to her on her relationship with that mother's best friend? Because definitely that woman will still be coming to the house.
Of course.
Without the mother knowing that she's sleeping with her husband. And they'll still eat and dine together. They'll still go out together and all that. Do you think it's safe for her to not say anything to the mom, and while the mom is still in a relationship with someone who really doesn't wish her well? Apart from that's one. Then also, in her own case as a young lady, how would you advise her to react to the dad if the dad is not approachable? Because sometimes she can talk to that, and dad might rebuke her or discard or whatever she's saying, or chase her away, and she can't do anything about it. For some fathers who are very, very strict and unapproachable, what would you advise her to do in such a case? Mr. Gosomilo, I think what she's done, I'll also continue with this same question.
You know, what we are doing right now is just a picture of what the story is all about.
Yes.
It's like we are watching a film. The woman now is not in the, she's not in the know. That is the mother of the
girl.
Is not in the know of what is happening. So what do you expect? It's her friend, She will still continue to play with her the way they used to do. So right now, the strong thing that the strong way that this other woman has is what we don't know about. I want to look at it from the angle of maybe she's very sociable, she's a very likable person, she's amiable when she's around, you know, there's this kind of hair, good. She's educated, you know, because I'm looking at somebody who gave birth to a child that is a medical doctor. Now, that the mother of the girl will not be the mother of now. So you see, maybe she is not an educated woman. She can be sociable. She can, because of the man's outing and all, but she's not educated. She's not fluent in speaking. Or she's,
we don't really have those information though.
The way she carry herself, maybe she doesn't know how to wear bikini. She ties wrapper or all over the house. Good, that packaging she does not have.
These are all the possibilities.
Maybe, yes, that the girl is saying that these are the things that is maybe dragging daddy to this woman that is making her tick where their daddy is. So if this point I've given her is some of the things that is making the girl feel that the woman is thick enough to replace the mom, then she should go quietly, if possible, buy her mother some of these things
and start educating the mom.
Women, so you know, mommy, this is how women wear it nowadays. Oh, if she doesn't do a coat and nails, help her. Bring people that do manicure. Begin to teach her small perfume. You know.
So do you think that relationship with the mom and the person should still continue?
Yes, yes, that's the only way she can get whatever she wants to get. If the woman stays away, by maybe making her mother to know what is happening, or making the woman herself, the woman that is involved in this, know that the father and herself are going out, she may stop coming to the house and she may not get further information. So let her continue to come to the house. Let this young lady handle her own mother based on what the father will tell her or has told her. It is based on what the father will tell her, if the man is open enough to tell her about the complaint or the problem he has with the mother that is making him to go to this woman now. If the father is open enough to tell her, that would be nice to make her work even easy. Okay. Same question to you. In case the dad is unapproachable, let me rephrase it again. That is a difficult one that doesn't listen to any kind of intervention. And she's unable to get any result from the dad. What should she do? Also, this lady being so whatever she is, to have the chance of taking the father away from the mother, how do you advise? What do you advise the girl to do, seeing fully well that this is not the true friend of her mother's? And does she look for a way to separate them so that no harm can befall? Because jealousy and greed can result in different kind of vices in society. You never can tell what plans that woman might have to speed up her marriage to the man. All right. So would you advise her to just sit back and let the friendship continue while she's aware that this woman is her mother's enemy, doing what she's doing with the mom? All right. So what would you say in this case? And her relationship, her continued relationship with this woman whenever she comes around. What would you advise on these three things?
The medical doctor is a matured lady. Now, having spoken to her father, you know, she can't go to speak to the strange woman. She can come back to the mother. Mommy, no vessel. This your friend, this Rube friend or Pekele friend, or you know, whatever. You can describe her anyhow you like, you know. There are some ladies I hear there are some persons you refer to as Pino ladies. So if you describe her as this your Pino friend, what is the secret behind your friendship? Your mother will be like surprised that you're asking that kind of question. No, mommy, I want to know, no verse. And your mommy will explain. Mommy, let me tell you something. No, this kind of women, when they see them on campus, they can snatch your husband though. And anyway, not be say, I'm not saying you should not be her friend though, but you have to be very careful because the way she's coming to the house now, you will not know when she will not begin to attract my daddy. You know, you and her are not the same level. Look at the way she dresses and look at the way you. So after speaking in tongues, in parables to your mother and she's still not able to decode, you have done your job. Oh. So if at the end of the day, the unexpected happens, your mother will begin to reflect that, my daughter told me something about this, and I didn't hear. And this is now...
So she doesn't need to give her any expo. Even it doesn't say that it's a dad.
So,
doesn't give her expo that I've seen her in places.
No, she doesn't have to. She doesn't have to, because if care is not taken, the mother may have been the one that has sown that seed that have germinated now to have led the man now to do whatever he is doing. So you don't need to...
Okay, now
so,
in the case where the father is unapproachable, what should she do?
No, if the father is not, if the father is unapproachable, but she has at least approached the father and discovered that the father is yielding to her own suggestion, she should leave the father, and that is why she should come to the mother. But coming to the mother now does not automatically suggest that she should go and confront the friend of the mother. You have spoken to your mother in tongues, so it's left for your mother now to reflect on whatever you are speaking to her about, and to find out whether actually this woman has a tendency to do whatever you are talking about. Yes. So if he has a tendency to do that, then it is the mother now that will begin to severe. Even if the mother even severe relationship with the woman, that severance of relationship will not severe relationship within the woman and the husband. So all the mother can be doing now is to begin to comply with the counsel of the daughter. That's the daughter now. Dress up and see, you begin to change and see whether the father or the husband now will come back or not. And of course, you should follow it up with the spiritual activities. In Africa, Nigeria has been rated as the second most prayerful country in the world.
Yeah.
So that is our vocation. Pray also to
for the girl herself. She should just, or how should she relate with the woman?
No, she doesn't have any problem with the woman.
She just normal.
No,
you didn't give her any sign that she saw her or she's aware of anything. Okay, one very final question for you, and same with you too, comrade, is why do couples not disclose some things to one another about their desires? Why does that happen very frequently, especially in Africa? We see it as a timid act. Like, for instance, on the part of the woman, sometimes when they get married, they just believe that they've arrived.
Yeah.
The things you were doing that attracted a man, you stop doing them. You start tying wrapper, you start wearing ugly things in the house. Sometimes you don't bathe anymore. You say you're working from morning till night, cleaning kitchen, doing this, doing that. It's not easy to be a woman. That's your excuse. Forgetting that there are some things that should be attractive to keep the man attracted to you.
It's true.
Why do women get that slothful? SLOTHFUL. Why do you get that slothful? That's relaxed when they get married. So you are only to handle that very quickly. Then while you handle the part of where men are unable to also share with their wives what they want, because sometimes the women might be doing all they know. All right. So if you know more as the man, there's nothing wrong with requests and saying, honey, this thing you're wearing, can you stop wearing it? I don't like it, turns me off. Or I see girls wearing this kind of weave on, can you wear it for me? Can you make up for me? Can you do this for me? Why do men not go as far to discuss this with their wives and expect the wives to just get spiritual divine wisdom from somewhere to know what their heart desires are, or the sexual word for it is fetish, all right, to know what their husband's fetish is, all right. So why do men not go that extra mile and expect women to just know it? Then they give that as an excuse to cheat, saying that the wife is not packaging herself anymore and all that. Meanwhile, you could have also contributed, maybe go yourself to buy these things. So that's another angle. I need to just quickly, very quickly talk about it. So
you are very correct about that. Most women feel so complacent. They don't bother again on their looks. They don't care. The attention they used to give to the man before, mostly when they start having children, they now shift that attention to the children and ignore the man. So as the day goes by and as the marriage stretches, we find out that there's this gap that begins to grow and widen by the day, and before you know it, they become strangers in the house. So
what would you advise women?
So I advise women not to be complacent like that. It's your home, it's your home. It's your husband, it's your husband. They should draw a line between the children, the emotion, what they feel for the man, and what they feel for the children. And when the man is there, give the man his complete attention and love. Ask him so many questions. Gist with him. Some women don't know how to gist. They just feel that the man is wasting their time.
You only gist on romance. Some women think that romance is ungodly, or they think romance is old school. You shouldn't indulge in romance.
It's just like in time past.
Yeah.
Thank God for internet and all. In time past, talking about sex, I don't think any woman has opened her mouth in time past
Yes, to talk about
to
sex.
talk about sex.
Yes.
In short, when I was growing up, I learned a whole lot of things that my mother couldn't even tell me. They feel it's an abomination.
Yeah.
You know, and you know this kind of mentality that if somebody touches you, if a male touches a female,
You
it's
get pregnant.
pregnancy.
Yeah. We
so
know
that,
that.
so that kind of women, how would they know romance when they even say touching is pregnancy? So it's only when you want pregnancy that you want the man to touch you, and when he touch you, that's all. They don't know what is romance.
So what would you advise these women going through this kind of problem right now?
So right now they should explore. The internet is there, the ones that can read, they should ask questions, interact with the younger ladies of now, because it's a very good thing that they pass through their own generation and they are in this modern generation. A lot is happening now. It's a wide gap between where they were coming from and where we are now.
So they need to step up their game.
Of course, every woman that is still alive and sexually active, mentally balanced, should interact with these young people. Buy a phone that has this Google. Call them, they will show
Do
you.
research on what's
Ask question. How do I do this thing? Or if your husband is angry, the moment you see that your husband is angry with you, go to Google, press it. Home remedy for husband anger. He will give you all the what you will do. So you begin to do it gradually. It's true.
Okay, so very quickly.
Yeah.
So that's it.
What's your own take?
Yes, don't forget the first appearance of your husband or your wife when you met her. And that thing that attracted you to her, or attracted him to you. Watch out if you are still finding it. If you are not finding it, those things there again, you can ask why those things are no longer there. And if it is possible to remedy them, do all you can to actually remedy them. I'll give you an example. Growing up, I knew that I don't normally wash soap easily. But what I did to remedy that was I put on white all the time, white shirt. But when I got married, my wife saw white shirt as if it was like maybe I belong to a cult or something. So when she wanted to buy me any clothes, she would buy me like black or blue or something. To see that I would accept. But now I'm not wearing. It's not as if I don't wear white again. No, I wear all kinds of clothes. But those things that I was avoiding then, keeping my clothes unwashed, I still do them. But I still manage to ensure that they are washed. But if you find out now that this is not what I used to do, see if you can bring me back to that state of cleanliness, with or without white.
Okay, so how would the men get their wives how can they get their wives to do the things that appeal to them? That was my initial question.
Yes.
Like getting the men now to inform, maybe in an environment where the woman is unaware of the things that you now desire.
Yeah.
Because like she also mentioned, the 21st century has come on us.
Yes.
We can't undo it. All right. So there are things that the men might also see out there that appeals to them. So how can the men communicate this new transition to their partners and make sure that their wives are carried along so that they don't need to go and look for these things outside, but they can get it in their own homes?
Yes. Now, one of the ways is, if, for example, now you know that if you buy something that is as simple and cheap as a chicken for a girlfriend, in fact, she will leave herself loose for you for many years or many months. If you discover that, buy also the same chicken and give to your wife. When you are coming back home now, for example, you get to the house and brought an ice cream and give to your wife and chicken. All of you are enjoying it. Maybe in the midst of enjoying it, if you drink a malt or something, ask for malt, and all of you are enjoying the same thing that ordinarily you'll be enjoying with your girlfriend or boyfriend or something.
Okay. So there's no room for communication, verbal communication of these ideas.
No,
don't subscribe to that.
No, the room for communication will come up if you put a chicken now on the table like this now. You can be sure communication must come up. Now you bring chicken for house. You don't trust me, then the argument will start from there. Okay, not to say after today that I don't go bring again. I'll bring up. So communication can come up on there. So
then for the ladies, if your husband comes home with maybe your makeup kits, things that makes you look good, or maybe a J-string pants, and then please gladly accept it. Take it, ask him how then they wear this or how do they do this. He will teach you apart from the phone that I say go and check, interact with the young ones, check phone, interact with the young ones, ask your husband question. My husband, this one that you brought, how did they do? I no sabi o. He will teach you how to wear it. You too, as you interact with the young ones, they will teach you. Then you can on your own now begin to acquire and buy. There are many things you need to learn because of the generation we are.
But that does not include porn. Because that'll be perversion.
No, it depends. So no, there's nothing wrong with porn. If you are watching it with your husband
Really?
and wife, yes, there's nothing wrong with it. In this generation,
I think that would be a topic for another day.
in this generation, in this generation, there's nothing, there's nothing wrong with porn. But then abomination.
Well,
So you see the two
so
angles
if that's
now.
your opinion, I
Somebody
don't know
is
if some
navigating.
comrade agrees with that. I think that would be a topic for another day because the last time I spoke to someone about it, and now we understand is that it's an extreme perversion. So which could also include some of these introduction of some things that are saying
New
to spice
things,
up.
yes, the
it is
marriage.
well. All right.
Everything is spicy
that's as
nowadays.
much as we can take on this very issue. We hope that you've been able to pick out some very essential points on what we've deliberated upon on your story. But please, for anyone out there who has a very candid counsel that you want to give to this lady on the issue she's currently facing, all right, please do share in the comment section, and let's hear what you think about how you were able to go through it and come out of it, or a relative or a friend. All right, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and most importantly, click on the notification button to get similar prompt updates on Share with Noble. My name is Valentine Agogo.